Hold up. T.W.A.N. I'm back. Look, I ain't a conscious rapper, just a rapper that got a conscience. As far as killing you niggas, I got it honest. If I ain't feeling you niggas, I probably bomb you. Flash on the side of your shit, like the Charger. The hitting gem that managed to shine through the surface. My spirit is to balance my time and my purpose. I'm still a trend that's stamping the sign through the circuit. I'm built to win, open the blinds and the curtains. Blood told me don't let it breathe and apply the pressure. Now everybody who ain't believe me, they got the message. This shit is different, it's really different. I try to tell them, I transformed in a new dimension and found the treasure.
What's happening? Welcome back to the Black Order Podcast Show. I'm your host, Mike Tanner. And, we're still here with, T.W.A.N.
Hold up.
The Wise Soul.
And the better, man.
And, I want to play one of his tracks real quick. Because, we was up here chatting about his music. And I don't think, if you from Duval, you probably know of him or seen him in person. Or, was at his a concert, seen him perform. So, but if you haven't, I want to play y'all a little something real quick, a little, a little snippet from one of his LP self-therapy session. Season what? Sound it's like this is a soundtrack?
Yeah, the soundtrack of season 1. It's on season 1, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what this is. Hold on. It's my shit though.
Episode 1.
Hey, what happened to love? Dedicated my life to the culture, my sweat and blood. Put my heart in all of my music and never wavered. Gave the people some classic moments that played the favors. Damn, now I'm labeled the villain, which placed me in a position to make a decision. Isolating myself to dissolve the pain, feeling like everything I did was all in vain. Crucify my name with no regard. Now all I got is the memories in the broken heart. Almost every day I shed a tear. For a second I started wishing that I was never here. Something I never planned to see. Asking myself how they abandoned me. Ain't never see the pain inside of my eye. This is only part 1 till my final goodbye. Hold up. Yeah.
That shit hard. That's hey man, know what I'm saying?
Written and produced by me.
Oh, cause see, I was just about to ask you, like who produced the beat, bro?
Me, man, like I've been rapping and doing beats I started rapping and doing beats at the same time when I was like 14, 15, man. I've been doing beats and rapping for a long time.
Man, yeah, see?
And it's crazy because, like, even though most people know me as an artist, whenever I do mention, that I produce, like, everybody be shocked. And it's like, man, go back and listen to the catalog.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but, yeah.
Like, what's the challenges, like, what's the, like, if you're an artist, out there listening or a producer that's just starting out, like, can you tell, somebody who just started trying to figure it out, like, what's the challenges to expect from, being in your city, trying to come out, trying to be known, and, being a producer of your own projects?
I mean, the challenges is, well, first and foremost, you gotta hone in on your skills, so you gotta be in that gym. When I started both rapping and making beats, like I was like in that gym every day, writing a verse every day. This is back when I was still writing a pen and paper. Like I started writing pen and paper like in 09. Yeah, I stopped and shout out to Mac City. He It was a tip that he had gave me, cause like growing up I used to rap with y'all. I noticed how both Sonny and Mac City, they didn't write at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember telling him like hey man, like I want to learn that shit. So he had told me one of his techniques of how he do it. So I said fuck it, I tried. Whatever. So one night I had tried that shit. And like start off with a couple of bars in your head one night. And shit, if you wake up the next morning, remember that shit, you got it.
Yeah.
I tried that shit, and this was like early 09. I had tried it one night. The next morning, I remember everything I said. I never wrote anything again. But I know I got off topic and I apologize, but basically, that's one of the challenges. As far as honing in on your skills and like really being consistent, and also finding your market. That's one of the main things that's going, I guess, determine how far you get. I'm saying, because the type of music that you do, everybody don't do. So the key thing is surrounding yourself with people who not only do the type of music that you do, but with the consumers, like people who love the type of music that you do.
Right.
And just going from there.
Right. You're right, and you're right, because I learned, like, you have to surround yourself with people with their likes, with the same mind, the same path as you.
Right.
And that's what's going to, make it match together. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I started this corporation, I knew everybody brought something, to the table that, that I didn't have. Like I always help, like a lot of these successful entrepreneurs that people we know of, like they always, like I hear them say the same thing, like, you have to be around people that's smarter than you.
Exactly.
Be around people that got more money than you. Don't be the smartest person in the room.
Because you ain't gonna grow.
Nah, you're not. You know what I'm saying? But see, you have to understand, a lot of people are ignorant. They so egotistical and so stuck on who they are. They don't look at it like that. They look at it like they want to be the one, but don't see no progress in their team because you the only one that's smart. You the only one that got money. You the only one. So when you look at your team, you like, why y'all ain't got it? Cause
you gotta switch it around. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that's another one of the challenges. You feel what I'm saying? Because of course some of those people like you have a certain like bond with and a certain like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I mean shit, growth is uncomfortable.
Right. It is.
Growth is uncomfortable, and like it's not for the faint of heart. But when your intentions are pure. Even when you make decisions to, I guess, surround yourself with certain people and not affiliate with certain people, when your intentions are pure, God and the universe gonna always look out for you either way.
Right, you're right about that.
So, yeah, man.
You're right about that, and we, what I'm saying, we have to be more. I think we have to take more responsibility in our actions as far as like, because I think a lot of people they kind of run from who they are, and like a lot of people running towards something, like they chasing something, and
it don't go nowhere, bro.
Nah.
Like it don't, and that's like when I first came to this shit, bro. I knew who I was. I knew what I stood for. I know what I'm not gonna stand for. I know the type of music that I want to present. I know the type of artistry that I want to present to the world, and I wasn't finna compromise that for nobody.
Right.
I wasn't compromise that for nobody. Like even still to this day, like what I stood on before, I still stand on. Only difference is that I'm older now. You feel what I'm saying? So the experience is different. You know what I'm saying? I had to experience more pain. You know what I'm saying? To get more sharpened and more. You know what I'm saying? That pressure make diamond type shit. You feel me? So
okay.
Yeah, man. But I mean, but that's really the main thing, like, just standing your truth and who you are, what you stand for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just, like standing on that. And most people don't understand that concept, but, teach his own. Teach his
own. Like, you want to keep fucking up and keep finding out why you ain't making it. It's your fault.
And then a lot of times it be the people who you surround yourself with, because certain people don't really want to see you win like that. And a lot of times it'll take you years, you know what I'm saying, to realize that, certain people but everybody who around you ain't in your corner.
No, they're not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and most artists, a lot of people, they don't, understand. I had to learn that, I'm saying, the hard way. You feel me? Which I'm pretty sure most artists and creatives do, but it's all a part of growing pains.
It is.
So.
And people, I think a lot of people, they hate to go through stuff. Like, they think they don't have to go through that. Like, what I've learned throughout the years and even today, like, you're going to go through something. Something's going to challenge you. It's kind of like you can't go through every day, every life, everything is good all the fucking time.
You ain't gonna learn shit.
You ain't gonna learn. I always told people you can't learn nothing from winning. You learn nothing from winning, because the only thing you learn from winning is what? Nothing.
Right.
But in defeat, you learn to you know, to appreciate it. You learn to, you know, you find something within yourself you didn't know you had. Like, we all got it in us. Like, we all got the Most High. We all got it, God in us, but we have to tap into it. So, you know, he gonna challenge us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he gonna challenge you on the things that, you know, you weak in.
Mm-hmm.
And you may feel like you're strong in it, but, you know, I know better. Like, you need to work on this. And why I keep going through that? Because you're not good in it. I'm gonna keep taking you through that till you learn it right.
Yep.
So it's like the struggle. Like I think Talib Kweli said it years ago. I think on one of his albums, it was like the Beautiful Struggle. He had an album called The Beautiful Struggle. I remember that, one of my favorite albums.
Likewise.
And you know, you have to appreciate the grind and the struggle. It ain't pretty, but you know, when it's being built, like, you know, like I always thrive on, I want to build my company, you know, brick by brick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care, cause I'm on my time.
Right.
I'm not on nobody else's time, so I'm not in a rush. But I know I'm on the right path.
Right.
I'm on the right journey.
Exactly.
I tell people every day I wake up feeling like $1 million, and I don't got no money in the bank. And like, why? I'm like, I mean, you know, your thoughts is your reality. So if you think it's already
You're
there.
spiritually rich.
Right.
Spiritually rich. Like, that's, man, that's a whole other level of, I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't go there.
A
lot of people don't go there.
I don't fuck with that shit. Like, so it's I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, cause like I want to like get in your mind, like, what, you know, what is your, like, tell the people, like, you know, what make T.W.A.N go, like, what, you know, what drives T.W.A.N, you know, what keeps them going, like, because there's a lot of artists, like, you know, people don't understand, you've been doing this for a while now, like, you, like, to me, like you're a vet now, bro. So somebody that's young that start now and is probably going through the little trials you done went through, they want to know, like, you know, like, try to tell them, like, you know, like, how to, you know, hold on and get yourself through those times to, you know, drive, because I always say motivation runs out. So I always tell people, you know, I have figured out, like, after motivation runs out, you have to be consistent and disciplined. You know what I'm saying? These are very two hard things that people struggle with.
Right.
And I ain't talking about in music, just life.
Life.
So,
life.
like, what, you know, what's your drive? Like, what keeps you, like, you know, you going without, you know what I'm saying, when times it's like giving up and like you feeling like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, what keeps you like moving and pushing?
Realizing that, you know, the universe didn't allow me to do the things that I've been blessed to do for nothing. Realizing that I wasn't given this gift for anything. And just always having that mindset that it's bigger than me.
Right.
It's always been bigger than me, which is why I carry myself in the humble fashion. And you got a lot of people that's just fake humble. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm genuinely like that. Like I said, you've been knowing me a long time, and I'm always grateful. Even during the bad times, like that. That's one of the things that I also want to. You know what I'm saying, just throw game like on the younger cats. Like, even during the bad times, like when shit ain't going your way, like you still gotta be thankful for the position that you're in.
Right.
Because like it can always be 1,000 times worse. It can always be 1,000 times worse. So, you know, just my driving force is always feeling like I have something more so to prove within myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why I don't care to compete. I don't feel like I'm in any competition with anybody, and even for those who try to compete with me, like, you know what I'm saying? I even said that in the song, like, you know, like, laughing at these rappers who think they could touch a God, just to let you in on the secret, I ain't studying y'all.
Hey.
And it's not on no arrogant shit, like, but I dead ass don't be studying niggas, like, I be focused on my purpose. You feel what I'm saying? And when you know who you are,
right,
and what you're capable of, it's like that's enough driving force within itself. Like, God didn't give you anything for nothing.
Right.
He didn't give us anything for nothing. So, you know,
everybody got a purpose.
Everybody, and that's my driving force, knowing that I have a purpose that's bigger than me, and also knowing that it's people who are no longer here, who believed in me,
right,
who encouraged me, who accepted me for who I am. Never try to create me to be somebody who I'm not. Never try to make me to be who they wanted me to be according to themselves. I'm talking about people who genuinely wanted what was best for me based on who I am.
Right, exactly.
And unfortunately, they no longer here. I'm saying, shout out to my grandmother. I'm saying, I was raised by her. And
Hold on, shout out to grandma.
hey man, shout out to her,
Real
man.
talk,
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, we watched it forever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like I learned a lot from her. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just everything that she instilled in me. You feel what I'm saying? Like during that hiatus when I started doing music, that's one of the things I had to go through, like losing her.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? And this was like a year after I had gone to jail because I had did a little bit like the year before. She had passed and stuff. Just going through shit like this, like in my early 20s. So
Right.
I was still like that T.W.A.N.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that last bit is definitely what did it to me, you feel me? And I just straightened up ever since. And even after her passing, you feel what I'm saying? Like I used that as motivation because, she never gave up on me. Even on her deathbed, she never gave up on me. So I owe it not only to myself, but to her not to give up. So, that's also another driving force, but, I mean, that's the best advice I can give people, man. Just take your pain and the things that God took you through as your driving force, and always remember that it's bigger than you.
It's bigger than you. It's always bigger than us.
Yeah, because it's other lives that we have to touch, and you never know who could be inspired by your story, and who could be, inspired by things that you went through or things that you experienced, you feel me? So, that's always important,
Always. And certain people in certain places, they like to call them great grandmama, big mama. You know what I'm saying? And I was fortunate to have 3 grandmothers. I had my mother, I had my daddy mother, and I had my daddy mother.
That's solid.
So I was fortunate to be around. So I had a nice raising and coming up, and I see now, like, the days, like, we are the, I always tell people when we talk about our ancestors, like, we are the new ancestors.
Pretty much.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think, we kind of, like, with our people, we kind of, like, we infatuated with our history, being in the fact that we didn't know it for so long. And now that we done came across, because we living in the information age where you can find any information anywhere.
Right. So
So people be, ecstatic, excited. They be overwhelmed with all of this Black history that people discover. And I understand, like, 'cause when I discovered it was new to me. I was like, oh shit, but this is something that people already knew, but I didn't know that.
Right.
So now it's like when you learn about the history and the way they did things culturally, you start to realize, like, damn, I was a part of something big. But, we stuck in the era where we trying to, do things exactly like them. And everything in every century or era, it was for that exact time.
It was for that time.
So, yeah, you can't fuck around and take a fucking old motor and put it in a new damn car in a fucking Tesla. That shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna run right.
It ain't.
So you gotta put new with new. You have to adapt it to the time it's in. And I think that a lot of Black folk, we still trying to live out this, I don't want to, offend anybody, but we still living out this, bow and arrow time. You see what I'm saying? That's how we got defeated, first of all.
Dinosaur.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to, create our own, our own rules, our own culture. You think, like, we can still celebrate the traditional things that our ancestors did. I'm cool with that. But I think that they want us to create our own. Like, hey, we gave y'all the tools. Right. Don't be exactly like us and do exactly like us. You know what I'm saying? Create y'all own. Y'all are the new ones.
And another thing that I think also prevents that is the fact that the Blacks of this generation is nowhere near like as far as like with the civil rights Blacks and the slavery Black, because there was more togetherness.
It was.
But if you look at it, like during those times, it's like they really didn't have no other choice. Like, couldn't no Black person afford to be against each other. Yeah, y'all may have had problems or whatever, but that shit ain't last long. Ain't nobody die.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in slavery days, like, wasn't no other Blacks killing no other Blacks. We were getting killed. I'm saying, by our oppressors and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like once it got to a point to where we started looking at each other as enemies, and a lot of the black leaders, I was saying, who stood for something like the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther Kings and the Lionel Hamptons, well, you know what I mean, Black Panther, shit like that. I was saying, I apologize if I said it wrong, God forgive me, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, like once those people, unfortunately, once those people left, it's like structure kind of changed. Like you see what happened with the gangs. I'm saying, you see what the gangs used to be and what it turned into. Because what the gangs is now wasn't what the foundation was built on.
Nah, absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, and I don't know if that'll ever change or we'll ever get back to that, because it's like, you know, that generation, the previous generation, they laid down the blueprint. Certain blacks, I guess, took it on, and then certain blacks just said, fuck it, we finna, you know. And I agree, we should create our own, you know, our own culture.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, we have to love each other first.
Exactly, bro.
We have to get back to that point where we love each other first. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
I think a lot of people, I think a lot of black folks, I think we do, you know, love each other. Like, one thing I seen about black folks, we have shown, you know, throughout history, like, we can come together and really embrace each other and be there for each other. I just think that we so, you know, mentally, I think I've said this years ago, I think all black folks need therapy. Like, seriously, like, all of us need therapy.
As I've gotten older, I've gotten more accepting to that.
Right.
And for a long time, I was like, you know what I'm saying, you know, I ain't going, I just pray about it.
Right.
That only worked but so much. That only worked but so much. And when you be in your thoughts a lot and trying to rationalize stuff, you may be able to figure stuff out, but it's always good to have that outside ear, I'm saying, to give you another perspective outside of what you may already see, or give you a perspective that you may not even thought of.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But the reason why it's a lot of black people that's hurting now, I'm saying, a lot of people that's dealing with trauma, black people that's dealing with trauma, and to be honest, like, even in our generation, like, we deal with a lot of, like, generational trauma, I'm saying, passed on, like, from our mamas and stuff like that, and shit that they never, I'm saying, resolved, and I'm saying, our fathers and stuff like that, and it get passed down on to us.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Even in some of our generation, like, even when you look at some of the younger kids now, you know what I'm saying, like, that's kind of a reflection of generational trauma.
Right.
Or generational trauma. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the murder rate's so high. Like, a lot of people look at these kids killing, like, these kids are hurt.
Yeah, it is.
And that's not to justify saying what they doing is right, because a lot of that shit ain't right. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a lot of deep rooted issues. It's a lot of deep rooted issues. That's why it'll probably always be gangs and gang killing, because it is shit deeper than rap.
It is.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, your people killed my people, so it's like that. Like, ain't never gonna be no peace. You know what I'm saying? Then you came back and killed my people, so now I feel the same way you do, and it's a constant cycle.
Nobody gonna stop.
Nobody gonna stop, because they're operating out of hurt. It's a lot of black people in this country, in this world, that's operating out of hurt. And instead of taking the healthy precautions to do it, it's like we you know us, we gonna get it how we live, and solve it our way. And a lot of times, well, most of the time, it don't work. It ends up backfiring.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, man.
And to add on that, like, I think, you know, a lot of that stuff backfired because, you know, the way how our parents was raised. Like, I always say, our parents was raised in a certain, you know, time where, you know, certain rules and certain things applied. Like, beating kids. That was something that, hey, like I don't necessarily, you know, beat my kids. Like, me and my kids have talks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once in a while you might have to, you know, spank some ass and shit. Like, hey, get over there, stop, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think, you know, they came out that I always looked at my mother, they came out that slave Jim Crow shit, you know, to where they had to, you know, survive. Time was different.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't speak up. And I think that, you know, with us, like, we came behind, they were trying to raise us like that.
Right.
But we was kind of, you know, breaking out like if you look at the internet today, Like we grew up in the crack era. I was born in the crack era. I was born in '81.
Okay.
So if you, just like me and Sonny done said this before, the internet, like the internet today, technology today is